Hey everybody, Sean here again from Board Paracord, and today we will be doing the 4-strand braid with a diamond knot, 2-strand diamond knot closure, looping knot closure. Okay, so let's get started. I have about 2.5 feet of the walnut color here, and we have about 5 feet of burgundy and 5 feet of gold. Now you can do these all, you could do all one color, or you could do 2 colors, it's really up to you. So the first thing we want to do, this walnut color here, this brown, is going to be the center portion of our bracelet. You won't see anything except the loop at the end of the bracelet for the closure, and then the 2-strand diamond knot at the other end. So this is what determines our length. And for now, I'm just going to make a length about here and start my knot, my diamond knot there, which will give me a bracelet roughly like this. Now I can move my knot towards the end of the making of this bracelet, just by, feeding some extra cord into that knot and out the other side of it, and that will be able to move that knot this way, or you can make it shorter. Just depends on the length that you need. So let's get started. You have a loop at one end, your 2 ends are together at the other. You want to take your middle finger and put that loop so it's on the back side of your hand. Okay? And then pull that loop through until you get to about where you want to start that knot, that 2-strand diamond knot, which I think I want to go about here. I like to lay my cords off to the right, so I have my 2 working ends here. I have my right and my left. I'm going to take the right, and there's a link in the description for this knot specifically, because I'm only going to do this once. I'll go slow so you can still follow along. You're going to take the right cord and you're going to twist it away from you so that it creates a loop that can lay over top of your left cord, just like this. Alright, so you've got your right cord coming up. You just created that loop that goes over the left cord. Now you're going to take your left cord, go under this right working end, okay, and then these 3 here, so you should have something that looks like this. I'm just going to hold this real quick. Now you're going to take this cord here, you're going to go over, under, over. So over, I'm going to reach through and get kind of the way here. Okay, we're going under that one, and then back over the other one. So you should have something that looks like a kind of decorative looking knot here. You can go to the other side and tighten that up just a little bit. You want to leave this little diamond here in the center. So what we're going to do is take the right side now, and it's going to go around this where it goes between my fingers. There's a cord going down through my fingers right here. You want to go around that one and then up through the diamond. You want to make sure you go around that cord that's going through your fingers and through that diamond. Same thing with this left cord. You want to make sure you go around the cord that's going through your fingers and up through the diamond. Just like that. And then once you get that done, you've got your 2 ends here. You're slowly going to pull this slack through. I like to go like this, because it tightens all 4 of them at the same time. And you will have to tighten this up just a touch, but you just do it nice and slow, and you should have something that looks pretty good, just like that. Alright, so now that we have this, we can start doing the bracelet weaving. We'll finish this up later. So the first thing I want to do is take our 2 colors, put the 2 ends together of each color. So we have 2 strands, both have about the same amount of cord. And yeah, they're pretty close. We're going to put all 4 cords together like this so that I can find the center point of both of these. And one of these is a little shorter than the other, so I'm just going to pull these centers up to each other. And we are going to And this is kind of tricky if you're not using a jig. I think a jig might actually be better for this. I don't like using a jig, but that's okay. So the first thing I want to do is take the top cord and pull the right one over the two center strands, just like that, and off to the left, and then the left one off to the right. Now you have your golds. Same thing, we're just going to pull this off to the left side. And this gold one is actually going to go under that burgundy one and kind of go between those two. And you'll see what we got here. So you should have something like this. And then you can go ahead and tighten these. So you should have something that looks like this, one that's nice and tight. And don't forget, you'll be able to slide this, so when you get to the end, you'll know where to move this in order to get that to get this diamond knot to go through here. So what we're going to do, and the way this is going to work, is you're always going to use the northernmost cord, or the one that's closest to the top. In this case, it's going to be, if you look at this, it's going to be this one here. And it's always going to start by wrapping around the back and then coming through the cords on the opposite side. So you're going to just reach through here, grab this cord, and then take it back to the left side. So whichever side it starts on, that's the side it goes back to. And it just crosses over everything. Alright, and now you can see the burgundy shifted below the gold one here. So now we're over here to the northernmost, which is this one. It's going to do the same thing. Go around the back, go through the two cords, and cross back over the front. You want to be really careful. Keep everything nice and tight and together. Just like that. And now we're on the gold. So the gold goes around the back, through the two cords, over the front. And we're on the other side now. Gold goes around the back, through the two, over the front. Pretty simple. Now the back does look a little different. Once you get close to the end of this, you can flip this over and it has a different pattern to it. You can use whatever pattern you like. Either way, you could, I guess it'd be a reversible sort of pattern. Left cord here around the back, through the two cords, and cross it back over the front. And that's really all there is to this pattern. Like I said, a jig might help you a little bit on this one. You could hook your jig here and your knot at the other end on the jig pretty easily. I just prefer not to use a jig. That's just personal preference. We do have a nice jig that would work for this though. Okay, top one, through the two. Now I was doing a practice weave on this one, and I had my center strands gold, and it was making it really difficult to distinguish between the center strands and the other gold strand. So I decided for this purpose to make a different color center strand. So the gold is the most northern, so we're going to take it around the back, through the two, across the front, and back off to the right. But you can see how this is turning out. It's a really cool looking weave. The back side looks similar, but it's not exactly the same. It's close though. Well, I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to get all the way down here to the bottom, and then I'll show you how to finish off this complete bracelet. Alright, so I have got almost this bracelet completely down to the bottom here. And I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do this. I think what we want to do is terminate the gold right where it's at here, and also right where it's at here. But in order to do that, we need to lock it in a little bit better. So I think what I want to do is on this last pass, when I come through here, and I come across, I think what I'm going to do is come across again with that same cord. So this normally would just stay here and you would go to the gold one here. What I want to do is that last one that I just did, I want to take this back through here again and back over to the right side. And now what that does for us is that locks in everything except for this one. So one thing we can do, because we have our burgundy locked in here, our gold is locked in there, and our gold is locked in there. What I can do is back this up just a little, create a loop right here. This is where we just ran it around. And then take this cord up through this loop right here. And as you pull this tight, it locks in that final burgundy. So everything's locked in. I can let go of this. It's not going anywhere. I think that'll work. I think it'll look good too. And what we need to do now is basically just cut these ends off and seal them in. So what I've got here, I've got some nice sharp scissors, got the torch lighter ready, and where's my smoothing tool? There it is. And I got my smoothing tool. So first things first, let's cut the ends off. So we're just going to get as close as we can to the actual bracelet with this one. Cut that guy. And I have about, I don't know, about a foot left of that side. And before I get any further, I want to melt this one. Just very gently, and then use my smoothing tool. Smooth that out. Alright, I think I need to do that a little bit better so that it melts to the sides. There we go. It's really hard to see with these lights. I say that every single time, but it really is. Alright, so this is the one that's pulling everything nice and tight. So I should probably lock that one in next. Sorry, I almost went off camera there. Go. All right, and then we have these two here. Same deal. We're just going to cut these guys. Melt the ends down. Use the smoothing tool again. If you don't have a smoothing tool, that is like a must-have in your arsenal of paracord tools. And cut this guy here. And I have about a foot of each one left over. It's always good to have a little more than you need. Just the smoothing tool. There we go. That should be good. And now you can see if I pull these through here, and I have seen where people like to keep these tails here. It helps you to be able to put the bracelet on your wrist. And then that knot should hold right there. Now if your loop is a little too big, that's not a big deal because you can slide this down a little bit, just like that, and it will actually make your loop a little smaller. Can tighten this up just a touch. It's pretty tight right now. I'm going to cut these guys as close to the knot as I can, and then we're going to seal this up too. And what I'll do is I'll probably just let that dry on its own. Well, let's see. There we go. That looks nice. It's a nice melt job there. And that's the finished bracelet. Looks pretty good. That's a good size. One thing you can do is you can make this as long as you want. As long as you have cord left over, you could keep going. You would just have to move the knot down the center strands a little further if you wanted to go a little further, or if you wanted to shorten it up, you just move that knot up a little. Either way, I think this turned out pretty nice. The colors are kind of nice. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've been trying to do videos once a week now. It's really hard. I got a lot going on, but I know you guys enjoy these videos, so I'm really trying to do these for you guys. But yeah, definitely check out the Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/paracord and let me see if you guys come up with this. If you have a suggestion for a video, you can leave it in the group. I look at that every day now, again, and you can also leave them in the comments of this video, and I'll check that out too. But I got this from a suggestion from someone in the group, so yeah, leave me a line somewhere. I'll check it out, and maybe your suggestion will make it into the next video. But again, hope you like this, and until next time, paracord on. Do me a quick favor and hit that subscribe button to your left. There's other great videos all the time, and there's a few to the right side of the screen, and you can also buy Paracord at our site with the link at the bottom left. Thank you again for watching.